Okay, good morning, team FXG, or I should say TLP. I keep saying that. Trade Lab Pro, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Majority of you are watching this recorded. Okay, for those of you that are live, Chris, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, so what are we going to do today? We're going to go over our analysis as usual. And then after our analysis, we're going to be talking about something I want to talk about, which is pricing power. Okay, actually, you know what? We want to start with that quickly here before we get going. We need to invest in companies with pricing power, okay? What is pricing power? Well, for example, we have inflation, serious inflation, okay? Which means that we have to invest in companies in the stock market that can pass that price on to their customers, okay? And what are these companies? We're not really sure, okay? I'm gonna dive in and dig deep. But one thing I do know for sure, moving into 2022 into 2023, is that I will not be investing. I definitely will be shorting Visa and MasterCard and the traditional payment type people. The reason is because we have, first off, DeFi, Web3 is coming up. They're creating their own financial ecosystems. Okay, we have PayPal, CADCHF. Okay, the new generation of people coming up, they're not into the bank. Also, they did a survey, which is quite interesting. I have the numbers down here somewhere here. Okay, the survey stated that I think it was like 60% of people of millennials don't trust the bank. And then it was something like 70% of millennials rather go to the dentist than to the bank. Okay, I think Visa, I think MasterCard, I think companies of that nature are in Amex, for example, they're in a tough spot. I won't be looking long. We got PayPal, Venmo, CADCHF, all these guys coming out. Millennials are using that. I'm not looking to the upside on Visa. I'm not looking to the upside on MasterCard or Amex. If anything, we're going to be looking short. Okay, I think those short plays will be the best short plays of 2022. Okay, we're now going to take it to the charts. Get it back to my Zoom, boom, and boom. Okay, we're gonna start today we're gonna start with stocks. Then we're gonna take it to FX and crypto. All right, NVIDIA. Okay, I'm a big fan of NVIDIA, okay? NVIDIA is producing chips, as you all know. Chips are in demand. There's not much in terms of chips going on. Now, what's gonna happen here as more electric cars are being produced, okay? What's gonna happen here as we start to move away from fuels and electricity and technology, and chips are required to manage electrical flows? What's going to happen when gaming and metaverse continue to blow and expand and computers begin to get stronger? Okay, chips are in demand. NVIDIA is in a very good place. Okay, they have also few years head start compared to their competitors because, well, we know that they have to build these manufacturing plants to build chips. That takes time. Okay, so we're here on the monthly chart. All right, what do we see? Strong move to the upside. I mean, this is a strong bullish case for NVIDIA. Okay, we do see a lower time frame pullback. That's expected. Price doesn't just move in one way. But is this a healthy pullback? Yeah, it is a healthy pullback because it's not a push with a significant exhaustion, meaning just a collapse to the downside, right? We have a push and we have some sort of lower lows. This is a respected exhaustion, we can say. Okay, so what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the break and push to the upside. We're waiting for the break of this downtrend to the upside for continuational push. NVIDIA will eventually break this downtrend. So as we start to see creep closer to this downtrend, we're going to prepare for a move to the upside. We are not looking short on this play. Okay, we're now going to take it to Disney. All right. Now, so this is a long entry, potential long Jake's analysis, I'm sure. Okay. Now, one of the things that's interesting here is we have to wait for double confirmation. Okay. As we can see, we have lower lows to the downside. All right. We have a significant move to area sensitivity, strong push. Okay. What does that mean when we have a strong push and we're looking for a change in direction? We have to have what? Double confirmation, impulse to the upside, retest before continuation move to the upside. We're waiting for another bullish engulfing candle close or significant pin bar. I don't necessarily think we're going to get it in today's market. The reason being is because, well, first off, if we look at the stock market today, or if you look at your phone, you know, your iPhone and you swipe, everything's red. When that usually happens, we're usually in lack of buy pressure. Okay, I want to take it to Walmart. All right, now Walmart is about to pump, and why? They're going to announce that they're going to be accepting Bitcoin payments, okay, which will help Bitcoin as well as the stock for Walmart. What happens is anytime a company starts to accept payments, there's a correlation, right? So let me just make sure, perfect. Okay, there's a correlation between Bitcoin and that company. When MicroStrategy bought it, of course, we saw that yesterday. When Tesla bought it, there was correlation for some time. Okay, Walmart will see the same. What do we have here? We have horizontal sell pressure. Okay, we have higher highs. So what is this? This is a squeeze. This is a wedge, whatever you want to call it. I do not care, but it is an area of sell pressure meeting buy pressure. Okay, so what are we going to expect here? Are we going to expect a straight break to the upside? Absolutely not. There's going to be a battle here until the news comes out, and then we're going to see a break of previous high. We're going to be prepared for that with the buy limit order. I will be placing that in the signals channel today. Okay, so that's it for Walmart. We're now going to take it to the FX market. Okay, we're going to CAD, Swiss franc. We spoke about this yesterday. Just want to talk about it a little bit more and how it's played out. Okay, so as we know on the monthly time frame, extreme level of consolidation, horizontal sell pressure, horizontal buy pressure. We have our monthly upper, we have our monthly lower, weekly upper, weekly lower, daily mid-range zone. We see that push to the downside, breaking our monthly zone only after the announcement of COVID. Canadian dollar, okay, sank due to the fact that crude sank. Okay, demand for crude was after the announcement of COVID essentially sank. Essentially, they were paying, at one point they were paying you to buy barrels. Okay, so that did not help the Canadian dollar. All right, now we're playing back above. We're in consolidation. As we can see, buy pressure is looking like it's about to break its weekly lower and make its way with free range to its daily mid-range, correct? So we saw the push, exhaustion. Is this significant buy pressure for a buy entry? Not really. We're now waiting for some sort of double confirmation before continuation move to the upside. That's my play. Either a buy limit at previous low or significant pin bar bullish engulfing candle. And we're making a move to previous high. All right. Now we're going to take it to Euro CAD. All right, Euro CAD monthly time frame. What do we see here? Horizontal sell pressure on the weekly, weekly upper, horizontal buy pressure at the weekly lower. This is a level of consolidation, but what's going on right here? Yeah, we have impulse move, that's take profits, SLs, limit orders, market orders, okay? But do we see any significant buy pressure, double confirmation? Let's take a look at that, the daily. The answer is no, right? And why is that happening? Well, that's happening because the Canadian dollar is gaining some strength. The price of crude is rising, okay? They're managing supply, which means that we may see a break to the downside. Are we looking for an entry right now? No, we have to wait for a push, breaking previous low, exhaustion. What's after an exhaustion? That's right, continuational push, as long as we have price action and entry confirmation. Moving on now, USD yen. Okay, USD yen is interesting, okay, because we're now reaching an area of it's got to make a play, okay, is what I'm trying to say. Monthly, to start with, monthly upper, monthly lower, weekly upper, weekly lower. This is just here to identify previous high, as you can see, because if we make it to the upside, where's our next level of sell pressure? That's right here. So we're going to keep that to identify, even though that's not necessarily historical zone. Now, what do we have here? We have higher highs, correct? What happened here? Instead of double confirmation, instead of boom to the downside, we had a break of previous high, push, exhaustion. However, is the USD going to see continued strength against the yen? It depends, right? It really just depends. Okay, the yen is a safe haven status. Are we coming out with any, tomorrow there could be a new version of some variant, and next we're to the downside, or there could be not. Maybe there's some good news and we're moving to the upside. What I'm trying to say here is we're not going to guess, but there is a play about to happen here on USD yen. We're either going to get double confirmation, so another injection of buy pressure for continuation move to previous high, or we're going to see an impulse and a break to the downside. If we see a break to the downside, we're looking to our daily mid-range. So we're looking to capitalize on this free range. So USD yen is on the burner because a play is about to happen. Okay, pound yen. All right, monthly time frame. All right, we're on the monthly time frame now. What's important to understand is that this monthly zone is a relatively significant area of sensitivity. Okay, we are on the monthly time frame. We do see sensitivity at this level. We see a strong push, impulse, retest. The question is, are we going to get double confirmation? Okay, or on like on USD yen, are we going to get break previous high to the upside? That is the question. Let's now take it to the weekly for a closer look. Okay, we can remove that. All right, so the question becomes now, again, are we going to see double confirmation and are we just going to continue consolidation, or are we going to see move to the upside? In my opinion, we're going to see consolidation. I don't think the pound has much more strength over the yen for price to break to the upside. So I do think we're going to see consolidation here, okay? So we're going to see consolidation before move to the upside. Jake's call during the London session is right, okay? What we're going to be doing is quick in, quick out for an impulse move. If we see, once we start to get close to TP2, if we see continuous sell pressure, instead of closing out our trade, we may start to just trail SL, okay? Moving on now to gold. All right, what's going on with gold? Okay, so gold historically is a safe haven status, okay? And what does that mean? That means that when there's shit hitting the fan, when there's insecurity in the market, people tend to buy gold. Now, gold during COVID saw a massive spike to the upside, but what's been happening that's a bit unusual is whenever there's uncertainty in the market, gold spikes. Whenever there's calmness in the market, gold comes back down. The thing is that gold hasn't really come back down because there hasn't really been a stop to the uncertainty. Yeah, we have the original COVID, then we had the Delta, then we had the Omicron, and this and that. The reality is people are buying and holding gold. So we're trading at a higher price point, okay? However, that doesn't mean that there isn't profit to be made to the upside, all right? And also gold is seeing a little bit more sensitivity, a little bit more volume due to the fact that Bitcoin is trading low, okay? And that causes some, I should say, how do you say it? Some cold feet. People think maybe Bitcoin's not going anywhere due to the drop, thus they put it in gold. Okay, there are people like that. There are investors and funds that do that. So what I'm trying to say here with gold is that when it reaches level of sensitivity, we could look for quick in, quick outs. As you can see here, when price reached area sensitivity, we could have had a quick in, quick out to the upside. So this is what we're going to start looking at here on gold. When price reaches level of buy sensitivity, quick in, quick out, 5-10 pips, okay, and we're out for the day. All right, USD 30. Again, what did we say about USD 30 yesterday, right? What did we say when the stock market is in the red? What happens to USD 30? Boom, it's in the red, breaking area of buy sensitivity to the downside. All right. If the stock market today, for example, the NASDAQ and the S&P were up, what do you think would have happened here? Buy pressure would have come in and we would have seen a move to the upside. So the two new type of plays that we're going to be working on here is Bitcoin as a signal to MSTR MicroStrategy, and we're going to be looking at the S&P and NASDAQ as a signal to the USD 30. This is something that I'm working on now as it's an official strategy, I should say, template. Okay, so USD 30, there may still be a play to the downside. It might not be too late. If we see exhaustion back to downtrend with an injection of continuational injection of sell pressure, we will see a continuational move to the downside. Okay, we're now taking it to crypto. All right, Bitcoin, what did we say yesterday? Double confirmation, right? Impulse move to the upside after a significant drop, double confirmation. We're going to see a second injection of buy pressure to test this higher time frame downtrend. The biggest battle for Bitcoin will be right here, okay? Right here at the second test of this downtrend. What I really hope that the big boys do is they buy a ton of Bitcoin at this level. Okay, I hope that they give buy pressure a battle, because what we need to do is break this downtrend to the upside. Once we break this downtrend to the upside, the crypto market will move. However, if we do break previous low to the downside with the push, there is likely a possibility we're making our way down to 36,000 a coin from around 40,000 a coin. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, we're now going to take it to Litecoin. Good short on Litecoin. Okay, first off, as I mentioned, crypto is in this scenario right now where it's not the situation like in 2017, 2018, where you can buy everything and everything will blow up. Okay, that's not the case. We're in a situation where we have to be careful of what we're buying and what we're selling. Not all coins will make it past, will make it. Okay, not all coins will. Just like, for example, a .com bubble, not all websites made it. There are going to be a couple that make it. If you're in those, you're going to do great, but most of them will fail. The problem that I have with Litecoin, there is some good user case. Actually, I should say that this is the problem I have with all the coins other than the ones that I mentioned that I like. Okay, just to be clear, the ones I like are Bitcoin, Ethereum. Okay, I like Phantom, which is a DeFi play. I like AVAX, I like Solana, and I like Luna. Okay, other than what's most important with that is the team behind the coin. You can have a coin that maybe doesn't have as much use case as another, and it will still have a larger market cap because the team understands marketing. They have a likable team behind them. For example, Cardano, very good technology, ADA. They have a very boring founder. They don't have much people behind there pushing on Twitter, Discords, building up the community. And because of that, they're stuck. Okay, even though the technology is great. Just like in stocks, same thing. You got to bet on the person. You got to bet on guys like Elon Musk, like the Jeff Bezos is. Okay, you're betting on the person. You're betting on the team. The usual standard way of evaluating a company's metrics or a technology's metrics is out the window. Okay, trading above valuation or what, it doesn't matter anymore. Everything is above valuation. Everything that's good is overpriced. And that's the reality is people are still buying. There's volume. And the reason is because they're betting on the team, on the products that they like. Litecoin doesn't have any marketing. They don't have a team pushing and trying to build a community. Okay. So in my opinion, this coin will die. All right. So what's happening now? We have a nice move to the downside coming up, in my opinion. We have monthly upper, monthly mid, monthly lower. We see a strong move to our monthly mid, not much buy sensitivity here. We have a break with the push, exhaustion. What's happening now? Boom. Price action confirmation to the downside. Okay. With the bearish engulfing candle close, breaking this downtrend to the downside. What are we waiting for now, team? That's right, exhaustion. Because a higher time frame engulfing candle is a lower time frame push. We wait for exhaustion, continuation move. This will be a high probability move to the downside to previous low. Okay, so we're keeping an eye on Litecoin. All right, on MATIC, we know price is reaching. We know price as far as candles go is really nice. We have a squeeze, we have a break of that squeeze to the upside, we have a push, exhaustion, continuation push. Now, MATIC won't see its continuation push until Bitcoin breaks this downtrend to the upside, which is why we're not seeing much in terms of continuation move. As mentioned yesterday, yes, we have an impulse move off area sensitivity, buy pressure, limit orders, market orders. However, I told you, as mentioned, we are going to have a retest to the downside. Question is are we going to break this uptrend to the downside? Probably not. We're probably going to go into lower time frame consolidation until Bitcoin makes its move to the upside, or we do break to the downside and we start to slide and make our way back up as Bitcoin starts to make its way back up. So as mentioned, what is this? Impulse, retest. If we see significant buy pressure here, which I doubt until Bitcoin starts to see buy pressure, we will look to the upside. What I do believe is going to end up happening is we're going to just see consolidation. Okay. AVAX, okay, this will be one of the better plays in 2022. All right, we're seeing a move to the downside though. However, this is temporary. Again, Bitcoin is the big shot here. Okay, eventually these altcoins will move away from having, you know, correlation to Bitcoin. Eventually, each, you know, just like every internet company is not correlated to one another now, that will be the case later down the road. AVAX will eventually make its way to the upside, okay? However, we're not looking for an entry to the downside here. There's too many new people coming to the system. There's too many new announcements coming out with AVAX and their technology. We're gonna wait for price to break this lower low, and we're looking to the upside. I just wanna be clear on that because people are asking me if they should buy now. Phantom. Okay, Phantom is a DeFi play. Daniel Sestigali. They're creating some sort of they're creating, Phantom is doing a lot of things, but one of the coolest things that I think they're doing is they're creating some sort of DeFi ecosystem through time tokens and wrap memo and the Abracadabra network and Phantom. So essentially you can through Phantom, you can buy time, you can stake that time for crazy APY. Okay. However, the way they do it, the way they stake it is not through a rebase model. So you don't have to pay tax on that. And then you can borrow using their Abracadabra network, and that automatically pays back their loan using the APY that you're gaining anyways. So they're creating a sort of a DeFi economic ecosystem. And I really think that's going to start to blow up. Think about what's going to happen here, team. Okay, with so that's it with Phantom. Right now, we're not finding any entries here, but let's think about this for a second. What do you think is going to happen, team, when Starlink, for example, is fully operational and we have high-speed internet in the middle of nowhere, like for example, in Africa in the middle of nowhere, for example, in South America in the middle of nowhere? What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think these places have solid economic systems? Do you think they have banking systems? Do you think they can just get a mortgage to buy a house? No, they can't. They're going to join the DeFi system. They're going to be joining the DeFi network. And when you accumulate all that wealth, okay, when you accumulate all those people, that is a lot of wealth that's going to come into the system. So I do believe Phantom is going to be, Phantom and AVAX are the plays of 2022. That is my call. Okay. And Luna as well, although it's already the market already knows that. All right, team. So that's it for today's FXG Live. This is recorded, will be posted for the many of you that will be watching this recorded. Have a great morning, evening, and night from wherever you are from. Thanks for those of you that joined live, and I will see you all later. Love you guys. Bye.